Hi everyone, welcome back to our psychology series. I hope you are doing well. In our previous lectures, we learned what is psychology and how psychology developed over time. Now, let me ask you a simple question. Why do psychologists study people? Is it just to observe them, or is there a bigger purpose? Think about it for a second. Actually, psychology is not only about understanding people, it is about helping them. That's why psychologists work in schools, hospitals, companies, and many other places. To do this, psychology has four important goals. By the end of today's lecture, you will understand these four goals so well that you will be able to answer any exam question based on them. So let's begin. What are the goals of psychology? Every subject has a purpose. For example, the goal of medicine is to improve health. The goal of engineering is to build useful structures and technology. Similarly, psychology also has certain goals. These goals help psychologists understand human behavior scientifically and improve people's lives. There are four major goals of psychology. They are describe, explain, predict, and control or influence. Don't worry if these words sound difficult. By the end of this lecture, you will understand each one with simple examples. A simple trick to remember them is DEPC: describe, explain, predict, control. Let's start with the first goal: describe. The word describe simply means to observe and record what is happening. Notice that I didn't say why it is happening, only what is happening. Okay, suppose there is a student in your class. Earlier, that student used to laugh with friends, answer questions, and participate in activities. But now, for the past few days, the student sits quietly and avoids everyone. As a psychologist, your first job is not to guess the reason. Your first job is simply to observe. Okay, the student has become quiet. Okay, maybe the student avoids classmates. You observe them. This is called describe. Describe answers the question what is happening. Okay, now comes the second goal. After observing the behavior, psychologists ask another question: why is this happening? They start collecting information. Okay, maybe there are some problems with the student. Maybe the student is experiencing anxiety. After finding the actual reason, psychologists explain the behavior. So remember, explain means finding the cause behind behavior. It answers the question why is it happening. Now suppose we already know that the student is anxious. What do you think may happen if no one helps? Okay, the student may stop participating completely, marks may decrease, confidence may become low. This is called prediction. Prediction doesn't mean guessing, it means making an educated conclusion based on scientific knowledge and observation. So, predict answers the question what is likely to happen in the future. Finally comes the fourth goal: control, which is also called influence. Many students misunderstand this word. Control doesn't mean controlling another person's life. Instead, it means helping people improve their behavior. Now, let's take that example. The teacher talks to the student. The school counselor provides guidance. Friends support the student. Gradually, the student's confidence improves, participation increases, and marks also improve. Psychology has successfully helped improve this situation. This is the fourth goal: control. It answers the question how can we improve the behavior? Now let's revise everything using one example. Imagine a child is always absent from school. First, describe. The teacher notices the child is frequently absent. Second is explain. After okay now let me explain the example I have written. Imagine a child who is performing poorly in school. So the first goal is to describe. The child is not completing the homework. Teacher notices that the child is not completing the homework. Then explain. So the explanation for this that the child is not completing the homework is that the child is experiencing stress at home. When teacher notices that the child is experiencing stress at home, she will predict that the child's academic performance may continue to decline. Now, what is the control? It is counseling and family support which can improve the situation. So, all four goals are connected with each other. Okay. So, what are the importance of the goals of psychology? They help us to understand the behavior, solve problems, improve mental health, and most importantly helps individuals and society. Now let's revise once again. What is describe? Describe tell us what is happening. Explain why is it happening. Predict shows what is likely to happen. And control is how can we improve, how can behavior be improved. Okay, remember DEPC: describe, explain, predict, control. So that's all for today's lecture. I hope the four goals of psychology are now clear to you. If this lecture helped you, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Also tell me in the comments which goal of psychology was the easiest for you to understand. In our next lecture, we will study the branches of psychology and see how psychology is applied in schools, hospitals, industries, sports, and many other fields. Until then, keep learning, and I'll see you in the next class. Thank you so much for watching.